Hey, Rakesh. Ah, Anne, welcome. I will get more bread. What is a kitchen without snacks, Look, we don't want to all, like, wolf it down. Ha ha! How's your new friend? This is Roxanne. Apparently she was staying here in the building to sort out some of her affairs. Oh, he's having another affair, is it? Oh, and what affairs would those be, Miss Roxanne? That unfortunate murder case in the Great Hall is my father. He called me here under some pretense of having something to tell me. It was apparently going to be something about his new lover. Okay, I know that. Honestly, if he weren't paying my way through college, I wouldn't have listened to anything that old bag had to say. Oh, so there's a feud. He was quite well-to-do? And how did you fit into his plans, if you don't mind me asking, miss? Hopefully I didn't fit into them at all. He was a terrible person, a womanizer and a philanderer. Sounds like my kind of guy. You still took all of his money to attend school, however. Have you seen the interest rates on student loans? Sure, I did what I had to, but I hated that man. I hated him to his bones. I won't deny it. I've got nothing to hide. Oh, good. Roxanne slams a jar of jelly on the counter next to Rakesh and storms out of the room. She just fucks off. She didn't even want to stay around for the sandwich. More than happy in making it, but as soon as it comes to eating it, no. There's a joke in there somewhere. Rakesh finishes making the sandwiches and hands me one. Well, Rakesh, what's your story? Did you know the man in there? Well, yes, as to my story. I'm not sure if you ever saw me around the office. I was Mr. Body's bodyguard. He did not feel I was necessary when he was at his own office. And how he was wrong. Still, I saw you a time or two. He was your boss as well, huh? Did you two get along all right? Oh yes, he was a very strict boss. You didn't like him? Oh, that's not true at all. Well, maybe a little true. I was not fond of him, but one does not tend to be fond of one's employer to remain employed. Is that correct? Well, it depends where it is. If it's for a corporate gig like McDonald's, well, your manager's always going to be a prick, isn't he? But somewhere like this, well, yeah. Although then again, I suppose bodyguard. It's like a children of the 1930s. You are to be seen, but not heard. I suppose that's true, but surely you could have found somewhere else to work. Mr. Body was very persuasive. He had lots of money. You don't sound like a loyal employee. Perish the thought. At any rate, I did not have anything to do with the terrible crime out there tonight, that is for certain. So where were you around 7 o'clock tonight? What time was that? An hour before we got here? I was just finishing up with an art class. I was doing a little bit of life modelling. Well, that... I suppose it's a lot better now that we know that the guy's essentially a werewolf. There's not going to be too much to see. I didn't know you did that. Well, art is a bit of a side passion of mine. We both chuckle at that. Mr. Body said he wouldn't meet me tonight, so I took the opportunity. Okay, well, thank you, Rakesh. Make sure to find me if you think of anything else. Most definitely, thank you, Anne. I think there was definitely more to Rakesh's relationship with Mr. Body than he's saying, but I'll have to figure it out as I go. That doesn't sound like too much. Like, he was very persuasive. He either did something he wasn't supposed to or gave him a pair of eyes, and we know he's rich. As I return to the main hall, I pass by a couple of the other guests in this murder mystery. I hear a quick snippet of their conversation. I hear Mr. Body's daughter married some worthless mooch who's bled her wallet dry. Once a mooch gets started, it's usually pretty hard to let go. Well, anyway, that's another room down. Only question now is where to go next. Bid to the kitchen, bid to the study. Should we investigate the sitting room? Or the main hall? You know, let's investigate the main hall. Time to investigate the main hall. After all, there is a body here to look into. I look around the room just to get my bearings. There are some stairs going up here, though that seems to be out of bounds for the game. The main entrance is here too. The butler appears to have gone back outside to wait for the police. Whoa, I'm keeping character. You can't randomly say shit like that. The body lies before me. Whoever did it up did a great job. It almost looks like a real person who's had the back of their skull caved in. Again, keeping character, and Jesus. The body is wearing a very nice three-piece suit that's been treated very roughly. Whoever got to him must have had a fight on their hands. There are holes and tears all over. The man was also quite well-to-do. A gold watch peeks out from one of his sleeves. That's not well-to-do. Real people wear, like, white gold. Or she might just have meant that, to be fair. I almost don't want to touch the body. The effects are so real. If you need to search for clues here, ma'am, feel free. Thank you, Butler. I feel someone would have already got to them. This is the third place we've looked at. Well, I guess that's as much of a push-in as I'm going to get. I take a look at the watch on his wrist. It's definitely seen better times. The strap is nearly broken off and the face is definitely broken. A little blood has got onto the strap and onto the knob on the side. Well, that's no way to speak of Butler. Jesus Christ, Anne. The watch hands have stopped moving, stuck pointing at 7 o'clock. I decide to go through the pockets of his jacket as well. After a few moments of rifling around, my hand grasps something. It appears to be a last will. Unfortunately, it's covered in blood, and I can't really make out what its terms are. All I can tell is it hasn't been signed. There's a note at the top indicating that the latest revisions have yet to be reviewed. The daughter did it then. Right. Easy. Done it. Don't even need to say anything more. There doesn't appear to be anything else of note on this body. Well, Butler, I think it's time you told me what you know, exactly what happened here. Very well, here is the sordid tale. I was here when the master returned from the work at 6 in the evening. He was certainly planning on throwing a costume party tonight. All of the invitations to you were sent off ages ago. At 6:55, the master noticed that we were dreadfully short of port for the evening. He immediately sent me to acquire more for the night. Port? Have you seen how old we are? How did you get hold of that? Obviously, I don't really know what happened while I was gone. I arrived back from the shops at 7:30. I entered to find the hideous scene you see before you. I called the police, of course, but then you all began arriving, and, well, you know where we got from there. Did you hear any strange noises when you were leaving? Any sign of struggle? If we assume his watch broke at the time of the assault, it wasn't long after you left. Right, hang on. Before we carry on, I know who I think it is. You guys, pause the video now. Welcome back. Right, now what we're going to do, tell me, who do you think did it in the comments? Come on. You've all got an opinion watching this. I've seen how it goes. You all must roughly know who it thinks. I'm thinking the daughter. Because she needs the money, and perhaps she was on the cusp of being taken out of the will. It's almost definitely that. That's so cliche. It's gotta be that. Right, no, I don't recall hearing anything unusual as I left. It was actually very quiet. And there was nobody here when you got back? No, I checked all the rooms and nobody was about. Are there any other entrances and exits? There is a back entrance, but it was still locked when I checked it. So, it would have to still be a family member to actually be able to lock the key. Alright, well, thank you, Butler. Although saying that, if Isabella was having an affair, she probably would have had a back entrance so she didn't have to get seen through the front. There's no reason at all for the bodyguard to have a back entrance, because if someone's life is being threatened, you probably want to stay inside. Of course, Matt. I think that's all I'm going to get out of this place for now. As I return to the main hall, that Ferrari belongs to his son-in-law, right? Yep, it was weird that it was gone so early. Usually he's at the office until 7 or 7:30. Apparently someone left early to take care of something. Oh, good. Oh, that's so much help. Alright, come on, let's just go and fucking visit Max. Looks like our common room, but with a nicer TV. It looks like someone even brought in a small bar. Where? This looks exactly the same as our room. But it is, isn't it? But the wall is blue and the picture's been flipped. It's got to be that. I even recognise the jewellery thing and the candle and the books with squiggles on them. Yeah. So I'm suspicious of you. Right, looks like our common room, bloody, 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 blah. Upon closer inspection, it looks like he's got all kinds of juices, but no alcohol. Which makes sense, this is a school property after all. I make myself a quick glass of juice and scan the people here. If this is the kind of parties which gets Isabella excited, I'm slightly weirded out now. I thought there'd be alcohol. Max is sitting on one of the recliners next to the TV, watching some kind of sports highlight coverage. A few other people are sitting in various other parts of the room, but they all seem to be nattering about nothing. Come to think of it, I haven't really seen all those other people much. Most of them must come here to discuss things. Looks like a bunch of them have juice glasses. I imagine a lot of them aren't playing. Hello, Max. Hiding out in here, huh? Well, maybe a little. I have my reasons. Well, speaking of reasons, maybe we should talk about your story here. It's weird how they have a story. It's nice that they planned a little game, but odd how everyone can come up with something which doesn't, you know, directly contradict what someone else says. Unless they all spoke about it before. Conspiracy. I'm all over this case, Max, and I'm going to solve it, so out with it. Alright. It's not like I have anything to hide, cutie. Don't you cutie me. You're not going to distract me. You're blushing, Anne. You clearly are. Yeah, look. Mr. Body has 2 daughters. His older daughter, Hillary, married me. Shotgun winning? What? No! Oh, please, like you're the marrying type, Max. Hey, I could be. What if I found the right girl? Or 3. Oh, I see. He saw that they were sisters, and his sexist attitude was just like, well, I'll do it anyway. I feel like Max would do that. Exactly. Anyway, according to my card, I married her, so shut up. Stay in character, Max. You were doing really well. Oh, you really did. Nearly so well. You're really enjoying yourself, aren't you? You can get into this sleuth stuff, don't you? Oh yeah, I used to love all the pulp detective novels. Back to you. Why'd you do it? Was it the money? Hey, the money was just a nice perk. I don't think that makes me a bad person. I take it Mr. Body was against it. He wasn't exactly thrilled, but he didn't object. His daughter's a grown woman. She can make her own decisions. So you didn't get along with Mr. Body? Maybe not at first, but he gave me a job at his company. We've been fine ever since. I'm not his favourite person or anything, but we're not sniping at each other either. Which rules you out. If it's anyone other than Roxanne, I'll be amazed. So, where were you at 7 o'clock? Hillary asked me to make nice, so I didn't leave the office until then every night. You can check with anyone in the office, they'll tell you. So, how are Hillary's finances these days? She's doing fine. Max looks away from me for a moment, watching the television screen. Okay, one last thing. Max, can you take a look at this for me? I hand him the will. Max unfurls it, though he seems unfazed by the blood. Was this on him? Yes, it was. It doesn't look finished. You were his son-in-law. Do you think you know what he might have wanted to change? Nope, he didn't talk to me about personal business. To be fair, I can kind of understand where Max is coming from. I mean, he's a son-in-law. He wasn't his favourite person. It's not like he saw him as a son. Max's eyes appears to get misty for a moment before he looks away from me. I can't believe he was finally coming around. I was never in the will, you know? Maybe he was finally going to include me. You think that's what's going on? Thanks, old man. Thanks. Who was the beneficiary before now? I'm not sure. I'm sorry. Can we talk later? Alright, I suppose that's enough for now. Thank you for your cooperation. Max? No problem. Sleuth, good luck on the case. It's a tricky one. He winks at me as I leave the room. Frick. Oh dear. That gets it slightly weirder. Oh yeah, it was a really big blowout fight. I couldn't even get service at 7 in the cafe. It was awful. Oh, okay, so nothing. I think we should go to the kitchen and hope that Roxanne is there. Hope. Rakeshi's still here, but the other girl seems to have left. Bollocks. Still here, I see. I see no reason to leave. Did you wish to hear my tale again? It'd probably be a good idea to refresh my history. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to skip through this because it's going to be exactly the same. Is there anywhere we haven't gone? Let's just check beforehand. Maybe there's something on the body you missed. Welcome back. Are you just going to... Yeah, okay, you're just going to tell me what you know. You never know. Going back to somewhere eventually might help. Isabella, I think we've already been back to Isabella, haven't you? No, okay. Just a quick recap of the story. How weird would that be? It's just a murderer. And you keep going back to people. It's like, sorry. I have completely forgot what you're on about. That was different to last time, wasn't it? I should be heading back to sitting room. Max is still here, sitting amongst the other players not from Latin's house. Though I don't think Max is actually watching the TV. Welcome back, Anne. Hello again. I think you may have left something out, mister. Let's hear it again. I'm so all over this case, Max. I'm going to solve it, so without. Okay, so this is exactly the same, isn't it? Yeah. Oh well. I really thought for a minute that I was going there. Did that say anything different at all? No. Nothing at all. So, there is nothing else to do other than gather our suspects and make our accusation. And we're accusing Roxanne, if that's possible. Butler, gather the people. I think it's time we close this case. This could have been done by anyone at any time. Jesus. Very well, madam. The butler runs out, gathering up the other suspects in this little mystery. Tonight, someone in this room committed... oh, hang on. Should I do this in, like, Columbo's voice? No, Columbus, don't you? Columbus? Or is it Columbo? I think it's Columbo, isn't it? So, I should do it as Columbo, which is basically, tonight, someone in this room committed a heinous crime. That's my Columbo impression. Now we'll just go on this like normal. Someone who thinks they've gotten away with it. If you want to think of me as like some sort of detective, just think of me as Frost. Because, I mean, I'm English and so is David Jason. Close enough. Unfortunately for that person, I happen to show up. I've yet to meet a mystery I couldn't solve and a perp I couldn't finger. Isabella snickers behind her hand. I try not to blush. She's really quite terrible. And that's why I've brought you all here before the scene of the crime. Because it's now quite obvious who the killer is. Who? Easy, Rakesh. Oh, fuck. None of them did it. Max has nothing to get... I was hoping Roxanne would be on that. Shit. So, Isabella was having an affair. The will's got something to do with it. He was going to take someone off the will. Otherwise, if you put him on, no one kills because of that. And out of those, oh, you know what? Fuck it. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. You know, actually... No, fuck it. Let's just go eeny, meeny, miny, mo. I'm just going to close my eyes and do this, and whoever lands on that gets accused. I'm not lying. Who am I closest to? Max did it. There. I gulp a little as everyone looks at me expectantly. I catch Max's eyes and get myself ready to speak. This can be an expensive town to live in if you want to live life to the fullest. After all, there are fine cars, fine wines, and even fine women if you've got all the cash to flash at them. And if you don't have the talent to get that money yourself, what do? Easy. You find a sap and take it from them. You know what I mean, right, Max? What? Hey, I told you. I know what you told me, lover boy. I also know you're full of it. But Hillary's money couldn't last forever, could it? Not at the rate you were going through it. And Mr. Body, well, he was a smart guy. He wasn't gonna sport a smooch like you in a family. I don't know what that is. Of course, he couldn't really figure out what to do. The only other heir he had hated his guts. There was no way she was going to take over his empire without serious cajoling. Of course, you didn't know that. You just knew that his eldest stood to receive a large amount of that money in the case of an accidental death. I didn't... Well, we'll find out if he did in the next episode, wouldn't we? Ha ha ha!